Alright, I was gonna hold this off until my Mega Owl House review coming later this year, but I've been seeing more hate towards this episode recently, and I will not stand for it. Witches Before Wizards is a fantastic episode from beginning to end. It's insane to me how many people treat this as a bad episode, when it's one of the most important episodes of the entire show. It sets up so much about what makes this show so incredible, and it does it expertly. First of all, this episode introduces us to the iconic opening with the incredible main theme by TJ Hill. I know everyone already loves it, but I still think it's underrated. But onto the actual episode. The first great thing this episode does is really show us the Boiling Isles. We didn't get to see that much of it in the first episode, but now we get to see more of the creatively designed characters that inhabit this magical land. It's also important that we see all of this through the perspective of Luz. We don't cut away to show what some background characters are doing, it's all through the eyes of our protagonist, showing how she reacts to this new realm. This is something Season 1 as a whole does incredibly well, but the community often overlooks it. We continue learning so much about this world every episode, whether it be the school systems, different types of magic, the Coven system, various locations across the Titan, what talisman are and how they work. All of this brilliantly builds up to the finale where we finally meet the mysterious Emperor Belos, who's been constantly mentioned throughout the season. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about Season 1 as a whole in a video that's meant to be on Witches Before Wizards. I brought this up because every piece of a story is vital to its success. Each of these episodes is important to building this world, and you can't just take one out. Every episode sets up important aspects, whether it be building on the world, its characters, or the story. And yes, that includes Once Upon a Swap, but I've already talked about that. Another great example of this is Amphibia Season 1. Not every episode may seem important at first. It's mostly just Anne and the Planters getting up to random shenanigans. But watching these random shenanigans builds up their relationship, climaxing in that amazing finale. Those simple stories are what sells us on the bond they share that's so vital to what story Reunion wanted to tell. But let's get back to Witches Before Wizards. I see a lot of people call all the stuff with Luz's fake magical quest annoying and cringe, and yeah? That's the point? It's supposed to be dumb and stupid? Because the Chosen One trope is dumb and stupid? Plus, it shows Luz being into a guy, which pisses off all the biphobic dipshits who keep acting like she's a lesbian, and I love it when biphobes get pissed off. It also helps to establish the dynamic of our main three characters. People tend to say that Eda was just really mean to Luz in this episode, and they always seem to forget that she genuinely shows a lot of care for her, even flying directly into what she knows is a trap to save her. This happening so early on shows us how caring she naturally is before we even learn anything about her past. I also really need to mention the animation. This show looked incredible from the very beginning. The lighting in some of these scenes is amazing, and the way Luz's movements are animated is just incredible. And then there's one of the greatest shots in the entire show. The way this pans around in a 2D environment is amazing to look at, and we get our first proper look at the Boiling Isles, which is just so incredibly beautiful. And what's also beautiful is this scene as a whole. I've talked about this before, so I'll keep it brief. This message is so amazing. It's something that's way more inspiring than some random person being prophesized to be a chosen one destined to save everybody. And it sums up the entire show really well. It doesn't matter what you choose to do with your life, but it's up to you, and you alone, to choose which path you take. This episode is a solid 9 out of 10, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, join my Discord, like and subscribe to make me smile, and I'll see you later.